last time we talked about, you needed maybe to get contributions from more than one guy to be effective out there, and you seemed like you got that against Miami.
Yeah, I thought that was, as I said it after the game, our defensive effort was tremendous, which led to some better opportunities on offense. We got the pace going and so forth, and that's been a key for us all year long. Now, the key is, even if you don't get stops, are you going to be able to execute on offense? And in those situations, I thought we did a good job as well. We moved the ball well. We got the ball inside, kicked it out, and we made really, solid plays for each other out there.
What particularly about the defense was better? I mean, beyond the effort, was it?
Well, I think we've always given a pretty good effort defensively. We did a better job of just the point of attack, initially guarding the ball. Now Miami runs, a gazillion ball screen action, and DeMarco, Rob, and Chuck were very, very good. Your bigs have to be active and they have to be engaged because they have to stop the guard and then get back to their man. And I thought we did a good job of that. So the other thing with that is that the other three defenders were active as well, and that's. I talked about it after the game. We had 5 guys really working as one on the defensive end. And, we challenge shots. And I think that's a big key for us. Is, this league's got a lot of good players. They're going to make shots, even contested ones. The key is you can't give any open ones. And I thought we did a much better job of that.
Is the 5 working, and what does that to some degree reflect that there's a lot of different pieces that are maybe getting a better sense now of what you want?
Yeah, a little bit, but again, we've had some pretty good defensive efforts throughout the year. But with that, one breakdown, it causes the other 4 now to be in a scramble situation. Now, the best defenses are able to scramble and defend, and I think maybe that was another piece. I thought we did a good job of that. There was some situations where second and third defenders had to have some rotations, and we just did a good, we were dialed in, and it was, I thought, as I mentioned to you, the second half, the thing that elevated it even another step was the fact that we kept them off the offensive glass. I think they had 7 offensive rebounds in the first half. We held them to 3 in the second.
I imagine it was nice to look up that scoreboard towards the end of the game and not see a 2 or 3 point game.
Yeah. Be honest, never in my wildest dreams did you think it would be that. I felt good going into the game, as I have every game, with our guys' preparation and their attitude heading in. We made some crucial plays to extend an 8-10 point lead to 15 or 16 down the end, and then we did a good job of taking care of the ball against their pressure, and we stepped up to the foul line and made free throws in the last 3 minutes as well.
You're facing one of the top scorers in the league in Lacey, streak shooter. I imagine you want to really get on him from the beginning of the game.
Well, the thing is they have 2 premier scorers, in this league, and they can score in bunches. It's funny because I think that's the 4th or 5th time someone talked about Lacey, as a streak shooter. He's shooting 40% from the 3. That's not streaky. That's really good.
He gets that first one. He keeps going.
He can get it going. And so, I mean, in terms of their offensive ability, they can score at all 5 spots, and that's what makes them dangerous. And the thing they did a great job the other night is they did a tremendous job on the offensive glass with 21 offensive rebounds.
They've struggled the last 2 or 3 games with some tough losses. I imagine you want to come out strong and not let them, get up.
Yeah, they're a team though, because of their ability to score. They've been able to come back like they did the other night, cut it to a 1-possession game. They were down 20 at one point. Unfortunately, they had a stretch, that mirrors some of the games that we had. They lose a close game to Virginia. They lose an overtime game to Notre Dame. They lose a close game at Miami. And then, they didn't come out and play as well against Clemson. And then they're able to, cut into that lead. And think they had the ball down 2 or down 4 with 5 or 6 minutes to go in the game, and that's the you gotta. It's hard because you play well and you put yourself in position, and the other team makes a play or two, and then you end up with a loss.
Turner's a guy that likes to shoot the three. I think he's shot 146 threes so far this year. That's
he can shoot it too.
guy you're gonna have to get out
yeah,
on.
I mean, that's what they talk about both those guys as street shooters, and they're both shooting over 40% from the three. He's one of the premier shooters, not just in our league, but in the country, and he can change the game like that. And you're not going to be able to take away every shot because he can rise up with you. That's the one thing him and Lacey can do. They make tough shots too, right on top of you. So you have to do a great job of limiting any easy baskets for both of them.
You were using Marcus some at 4, I guess, down the stretch. Was that a matchup thing or something where you felt like that was working?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. They went with more of a stretch guard at the 4 spot as well. We felt that with all those ball screens that they were running, us being able to switch those ball screens and keep them in front would help us. Plus, they started to put the heat on a little bit. So having another ball handler out there, I thought was effective. And DeMarco had done such a good job with his post defense and his presence offensively that playing with only one post was, we felt comfortable with.
Okay. I mean, did you like it enough that you think you'd want to go back to it necessarily? Or?
Well, we've done that a time or two before, and again, a lot of it is matchups and different things like that. And but for us, we're always talking about flexibility and versatility and so forth. So at times you may see that, yeah.